Hello students, welcome back to part 2. I was in the middle of telling you if the labels that come up for your pie pieces are not as you would like them to be. Notice if I left click off of it, I don't activate those. I'm going to left click on them and now I can see the handles. I can right click and say format data labels, and then when I choose that I'm on value and I could say % if that's what I had needed, and now I'll say close so that those match. So that takes us through what we needed to execute, but there are some other things about Excel that I would like to share with you. Here's my title. If I select that and hit delete, that represents not choosing this when we isolated our data, and the machine then doesn't know, it doesn't have a guess. If you go to your design tab, you have different chart layouts, and you can see, let's try layout 2, and I could open that up. There's others. If I say layout 2, then it will take a stab at making a legend and a title and doing that for me, and I can just vary that using those automatic formats. The other thing that you should experiment, we've got different chart styles here, and you can choose one of those to jazz up your chart and make it a little bit more fun. The other thing is we've got layout, and under layout I could automatically insert a chart title, a legend. So design and layout are some additional features that I could do with my Excel chart. And again, when I print preview, I would want to have that on one page, and how I did that, whoops, notice again I have my chart selected, and when I do that it's in page setup and fit to one page. In the sheet tab of my page setup, I can choose to have grid lines show, and I could have column and row headings if I had wanted. So we'll take a look at what those look like. Now I'll take off column row headings, and some people like to have the grid lines to follow the data. Okay, also while we're in print preview, don't forget that we've got orientation, and I could change it to portrait or landscape, and this is a rather large spreadsheet, so I'm going to stay on landscape so that I have that nice width from side to side. Okay, the other thing that we need to know about Excel spreadsheets, sometimes we want the answers to our formulas, and sometimes we want the formulas. And to show the formulas, you press the Control key on your keyboard and the tilde key, which on your numeric keypad on the top row, not the ones over to the right, but on the top row, it's the squiggly key to the left of the number 1. So again, I hold down Control and squiggly. And when I do that, I can see my formulas, and when I go to print preview, that would show all of my formulas that I used, and you can see they get kind of lengthy, so it's a good thing that I'm on fit to one page if I needed to print or submit one with formulas. Okay, other things, margins, page layout, margins, you probably always want to be on narrow, just to make sure that you have enough room all over your sheet of paper. And as I look at the assignment, I think that's everything that we needed to do. I'm going to do Control tilde to take my formulas off, print preview it one more time, and I think that's a nice looking chart. And I've got a nice looking table. I have some room to spare, so I could go back and I could widen some of these columns a little bit, since I have the room to spare. How did we get these values to be in currency? My home tab, number launcher, and I could change that from currency to normal or general or whatever I needed. Let's go ahead and change these hours worked so that they are just a number, no currency, and watch how quickly I can change my decimal points. So if I wanted more or less, I could do that. And let's select the whole row, and let's say no decimals. And so that's your lesson on Sesame Street Payroll. I hope that was helpful for you, and please review this again if necessary. Thank you.